Welcome back to Bean Gaming Roblox Tower Defense Tournament. We've got to do it. You've asked for it. We're gonna do it. So this is super exciting for me. It's gonna be a little bit of a new series for me because look at how many tower defense games that there are that we have in our bracket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's not going to span 8 weeks. I mean, well, maybe it will. We'll see. And maybe things will change along the way because there's so much going on with each of these games that... Wait a minute. Hang on. What is it? There's a question. Wait a minute. That's only 7 games there. There's question marks. What could that other tower defense game be? Well, hang on a second. Let's take a look at the players, and then we're gonna go over the detail. Well, I don't know how much details we're gonna get into, but check it out here. We are starting in the upper left-hand corner. Now, this isn't necessarily the order in which we're gonna do the tournament, but I'm going to take a poll in my Discord server on which of these 4 you want me to begin with first, and then we'll leave it up to the coin gods or the probability gods to see which ones we are going to do first. I don't know. Don't know much about what's going on here, but let's just get into it. So we have the House versus Tower Heroes. Yes. Both of these games, well, actually, let me backtrack a little bit here. The games that are on here are games that I have played before. And some of these games I played quite a bit, and some of them not too much, but enough to be able to give you some information about them and make good informed decisions on who is going to win. And so there are other tower defense games, obviously, but it's not fair for me to put them on here if I haven't played them. So that's kind of where we stand. Now let's take a look back over here. We have the House versus, who is that? Versus Tower Heroes. Why are they bracketed like this? Well, the House's initials are TH and Tower Heroes' initials are TH. Coincidence? I don't know. It was a flip of a coin. It was a random draw, and that's what came out. So there you go, the House versus Tower Heroes. Then we have over here World Defenders against SCP Tower Defense. That's going to be a fun one to take a look at. And then look at what we have down over here. We have Circus Tower Defense versus Toilet Tower Defense. How in the world did those two games get bracketed up together? Because if you know anything about both of those games, well, you're going to want to watch that video. Alright, and then, check this out over here. TDX versus the mystery opponent. We have to have a mystery opponent, right? Got to keep everyone guessing. And I can't wait to share that mystery opponent with everyone. It's going to be insane. So we have some major games going on here. Some major battles that's going to happen. The Roblox Tower Defense. And what's going to be some of the criteria? Well, first and foremost, this isn't going to be which game is better. This is going to be based off of which games that I play the most and which I enjoy playing. And so while your team, your favorite, may not win, that doesn't mean it's a bad game. Actually, all of these games here are fun to play. It's just, if I had to pick one to play versus the other, which one would I go with? So keep that in mind. All of these developers do a really nice job with their games. And so it's just, again, comes down to my personal preference, my personal opinion. And so what are some of the criteria on which I'm going to be doing my judging? Well, there's updates. How often does the game update? The graphics. How are the graphics? I should say graphics and music. How do those interplay in each of these games? The models or towers that they use, are they generic or are they specialized? And then progression. How easy is it or hard is it to progress in each of these games? And then the popularity, we have to throw popularity in there. We're going to take a look at those for each of these matches. And then finally, now there could be more, but this is what I have for now. And then finally, is the game pay to win versus free to play? So I think those are pretty good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 criteria to start with that I'm going to take a look at. Oh, and I have to put in there enjoyment as well, because that's really what it's going to come down to. None of the stuff matters if you don't enjoy the game, right? So the stats go out the window if it's just, I just, it's cool and all. 2 billion people play it, but I don't have fun playing it. So that's gonna factor into it as well. And I'm gonna leave you off with that because I want to keep you guessing as to what it's gonna be, what's coming out first, and so you really want to stay tuned. Where can you get information on what and what video is coming up next, or first I should say, what teams are going to be facing off against each other. Well, most of you probably already subscribed to my channel, so that's one way of doing it, and make sure you turn on that notification bell, that way you know when one of these new videos drops. And then secondly, I do have a Discord server, and I'm going to be throwing polls in there to see which of the brackets I should start with first, and then we'll kind of play it by ear there. So you're going to get information through my Discord server. That link is in the description down below. But I am actually super excited to get going with this bracket, this Roblox Tower Defense Tournament. So stay tuned for that. My video progression is going to be kind of scattered because we'll be doing videos of some of these other games that are on here in between. So it's not going to be a quick tournament, and that's on purpose. So I got to kind of keep you guessing, like I said earlier, but it's going to be fun. And it's going to be challenging, and it's going to be interesting to see what your feedback is on who should win. What's your favorite? How is this bracket going to work out? This is just mine personally. Maybe I'll have you fill out these brackets on your own and see. Maybe you're going to make your own bracket. But either way, I did make this with Bracket Fights. It's the same maker as the tier list maker, and so shout out to them for making this super easy. I didn't have to make this on my own, but I cannot wait to get this thing started. We have a lot of updates coming this Friday for, I think, pretty much every single one of these games, including the mystery game, which I'm not giving away just yet. But it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of updates this Friday. I'm not going to be able to keep up with it, so I'm going to need your feedback and let me know which updates that you really enjoy. But I'm going to leave it right there. So if you did enjoy this video, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Cannot wait to get started with this, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!